I was inspired to write the play at the 50th Street C train stop, because it's like the thing where you have the C train comes on one level and then the E train comes on the level underneath, and either one would get me to the same place, so I didn't care which came first. But you don't know which comes first, so it's that kind of thing. If you know the subway, you know how you gotta kind of like stand so you can hear both trains coming, and you don't know which is gonna come first, and you don't know when, and nobody can get in touch with you because you've got no cell phone signal. So I thought this is pretty much the closest thing to purgatory that there is on Earth. If there's a purgatory on Earth, it's where I am now. And that planted the seed of a purgatory, a sort of ambiguous afterlife world on a train platform. And then from there, my imagination ran wild, as they say.
Excuse me, do you know when the next train comes?
No.
Is there a schedule or something?
No.
And it's been an absolute pleasure and a journey going through this play. We've performed it regionally before, and it's a great experience to do that, in that we've all the components of it. I think the director and all the actors and everyone in it have really grown from the first performance, and so it's been a little while since we performed it last, and it's going to be a really new creature, I think, this time around.
So for the nowhere thing, more like walking into the woods and getting scareder and scareder as you go in, so finally you just stop. Not like you walk and there's like a plate of glass.
Right.
You know what I mean?
See, that's nowhere.
Nowhere?
Yeah, nowhere. Can't go out there.
Well, it must be somewhere.
It's not.
Well, I'm trying.
Go ahead.
I'm going right now.
Good.
The actors in this are two great friends of mine, so it's always fun to work with them. You really can't even say it's work because it doesn't feel like it. And it's not, because we're not getting paid for it, so it's really not work at all. I'm not working with the actors. I'm just hanging out with the actors, practicing a play with the actors.
So I don't say, like, silence. I have to do it, right?
Yeah.
I'll say that.
Right. You don't announce the title of the play at the beginning.
I play Greg in the piece. He's kind of stuck in this purgatory-like world, afterlife, in a train platform in the middle of nowhere. And he's been alone there for many, many years, until one day when this girl kind of comes and turns his world upside down. Just leave me alone, okay? Your train will be here. You'll be gone, just like everybody else. You don't have to worry about me, or why I'm here, or anything.
And the character Rosalind, she's pretty dynamic in that she kind of goes through a whole arc of figuring out what it was that she thought death was.
But I did not think that I would be chided and emotionally harassed by some deformed suicide case.
And the character Greg helps her with that, which is interesting, because he doesn't do it in the most kind way, but in a harsh reality sort of way.
You know, he's someone who's not afraid to say what's on his mind, though what he says might be unpopular. It certainly isn't unpopular to the character that Mallory portrays, or to some people in the audience, they could agree with some of the things he says. That, that's something about these kinds of characters, is that, we love to hate them, and we hate to love them. I'm gonna tell you something else. The more you live, and I mean live, not watch TV or read or go to school and hear a bunch of fucking no-town losers tell you how much potential you have. The more you see, the more you hear, the more you feel. The only reasonable outlook is total hopelessness.
It is tragic, but it's also quite funny, and I think, I couldn't imagine doing a play that has no humor in it. That just seems like a waste of time. You got people in seats and people on stage. It's a perfect recipe for making people laugh. After it was over, everybody kind of goes outside the theater and they talk about the different plays, and we would hear people argue and debate this one, sort of what was the deal with it. And that kind of keeps it alive, I think, in a sense. Like the fact that people can argue about it and talk about it afterwards kind of gives it a life in their head that stays with them after they leave the theater.
I think one of the takeaway messages in this is that we have a lot of ideas. I don't know. What the fuck are people supposed to stay away from this?
It's been a great.
It's been a pleasure. We hope you enjoy the show.
What do you like better, this play or chicken shawarma?
I don't know what that is. The player.